tried to shake it, find a way to get you off my mind. Really tried to draw that line. One look from you, I'm praying I could call you mine. Baby, you got my hands tied. No more games. Can't we just say its name instead of running away and jumping the gun to play it safe? Oh, it's been a weekend here in this bed we can sleep in.
Welcome to Eagle Vision for Wednesday, May 1st, 2024. I'm Ethan, and today's top story highlights our career coach for some end-of-the-year information.
Good morning, Horn Lake High School. I have a message for the underclassmen this time. So thanks to our counselors, all of you should have done the assessment on major clarity. And that helps to, if you go into major clarity, you can do that anytime, and you can do that over the summer even. All you have to do is log into Clever and go into major clarity, and you can find out all kinds of information about different careers. And because you've taken that personality assessment, it has reorganized 66 different career cluster boxes. So that's a whole bunch of different careers in each box. And it's reordered those in the order that it recommends for you based off of that assessment. So you can go in there, you can click on the different boxes. There's occupations at the bottom. You can find out wage information specific to Horn Lake zip code, whether that career is expected to grow or shrink in the coming years, all kinds of information in there. So I encourage you this summer to take a look at that, get a head start on what your career is going to be after you graduate. All right. Now I have a message for our juniors. Juniors, this summer is a great time to go and visit colleges. So if you think you might be interested in going to a college, just go on their website, click on, most of them have a button that you can click on to tour, and you can schedule a tour. So summer after your junior year is a very common time to go and visit colleges. And it's great to know what it looks like, what the cafeteria is like, what the programs are like, and go see it in person. So I encourage you to do that this summer. All right, seniors. I usually talk to seniors, and I'm still have messages for y'all. If you just want to review your plan for after high school, then come and see me. If you've completed your FAFSA, double check, and it will tell you what your eligibility, estimated eligibility for the Pell Grant. If you don't see that, then let's double check and make sure that your application actually got submitted. Super important, as we remember, grants are money that you do not have to pay back, right? To help pay for your education. So that's super important. Also, seniors, if there's seniors out there that are still unsure about what they're going to do next year or in the coming months, come and see me. Make an appointment. Don't wait for me to come see you. Come make an appointment. And we're standing in front of my office right now, and I have a sign right on my door. There's a QR code there. It goes straight onto my calendar. If you don't have a phone to do the QR code, my email address is on there as well. Or if I'm in my office, just stop by and see me. I'm happy to help you with your next steps. And if you don't know what those next steps are, we can figure that out too. And I can just lead you through a process and help you to figure that out. So that being said, if you have any questions, come see me. Otherwise, y'all have a great summer.
Choir's getting ready for tryouts for next year.
Good morning, Horn Lake High School. I'm Miss Beck. I'm your choir teacher, and I'm here to talk to you about auditions for next year's choirs. You might have noticed some blue signs hanging around different parts of the school. There's also a large banner in the commons with some pamphlets in it that talk about our different choirs that are going to be offered next year. Also on there, it talks about some of the travel that we're going to be doing next year as well. So if you are interested, pick one of those up or stop by and give it a quick glance. And then if you are interested, you're going to scan the QR code right there. And then you will just answer a few short questions, and that'll come to me, and I'll be able to assess from there if I need to come find you and hear you sing, or depending what you put in which choirs you're interested in. We do have a varsity choir, which is a non-auditioned choir for those that just want to earn a fine arts credit and a very easy way, because let's face it, whether you're a good singer or a bad singer, we can all sing, and that doesn't take a lot of work to do. So if you would like to earn a fine arts credit, or if you just need to earn an elective credit towards graduation, we do have a non-auditioned group that is available for those that are interested in that. And then, of course, we have our auditioned groups. We've got our treble chorale and our mixed ensemble available next year as well. So take a look, and if you have any questions, come by and see me in the choir room. If you're not sure where that is, most people can direct you back to that part of the building. Head towards the gym and keep going. Thanks.
Major League Baseball is off and running. Mr. Lewis caught up with Coach Robinson to chat about the landscape of the league and a new player with an unprecedented contract.
All right, we're down here with Coach Robinson, baseball coach. We wanted to talk just a little bit about Major League Baseball because it is now off to the races as far as games are going, and there has been a couple of big stories in Major League Baseball this year, but one of them is the Dodgers have purchased themselves apparently a GOAT player, Ohtani. Now, what can you tell me? First of all, he signed a contract for $700 million, which is $200 million, I think, more than anyone's ever gotten in baseball, and $200 million more than Patrick Mahomes makes, by the way, being a quarterback in the NFL. There are no caps in baseball. Is that correct?
That is correct, yeah.
And because of that, money is just flying out the door.
Whoever has the most can spend the most.
And in this case, he structured this very crazy deal where he's getting, I think, $2 million a year for like 10 years, and then they're going to owe him all the rest of it after he potentially is not even playing for them anymore.
Yeah, $680 million is deferred, which he's getting money off endorsements and stuff. He's not hurting for money, but it gives the Dodgers a chance to sign some better players around him. No, but he's truly exceptional. He's one of a kind. I don't know that we'll ever see another athlete like him again.
Is anyone else not worried that like $680 million is going to be owed 10 years from now? Like, what is the state of 10 years from now? Are they just gambling that he's going to make them so much money now that it's just not going to be a big deal?
You had to throw in the gambling joke, huh? Yeah, I think they're banking on winning a few championships, and in the grand scheme of things, if you pay $680 million for a dynasty, I think you can't put a price on that. So somebody can throw 100 miles an hour and hit 40 home runs a year.
Okay, so let's get into it. The reason that they've paid this much money for this player, he is exceptional at not just one but several aspects of the game. Is that correct?
Yes, he's a great outfielder in his own right. He DHs when he's not pitching. One of the best pitchers in baseball, throws over 100 miles an hour, and then hits 300 and hits 40 home runs a year, which is all-star level. So he can do things on both sides of the diamond that most people aren't even as good as him in one aspect. So. Okay,
and he's being compared to Babe Ruth, which, if students don't know their history, Babe Ruth is considered one of the greatest players of all time.
Yeah, he used to pitch and hit as well. So Shohei's really one of the first ones to do that since him. That's been almost 100 years ago. So.
All right, are there any other players right now in the MLB that you have watched and admired who you think are at the exceptional level?
Yeah, Marcell Ozuna for the Braves is off to a great start. Who else? Let's see. There's been some letdowns. Some guys who were typically really good who are off to a slow start. Acuna's off to a really, really slow start. I think only one home run as of now, which he's typically at 10 by now, it seems like. What about you? Has anybody stuck out to you?
No. This year I haven't really seen, and I haven't watched Dodgers, so that's why I came down here, because I wanted to know somebody who was even familiar with this guy, who could tell me why he's got a contract for $700 million. That's hard to wrap your head around. Like, you're approaching $1 billion for a single player.
We won't see like a 700th of that in our lifetime, probably, being teachers.
No. Who do you favor? And it's real early to be even talking about this because playoffs won't be till the fall. But who do you think might have a chance at the pennant this year?
Well, I'm a Braves fan, so I'll always say the Braves. The Dodgers have as good a chance of any. Definitely not the White Sox. They're on pace to win 19 games this year so far. And then, your typicals. The Yankees are pretty good. The Astros are solid. They hit the ball really well. But it's still up in the air. It's early. We have 140-something games left, so time will tell.
All right. So you feel like it could definitely, the Dodgers will be in the talks for playoffs at this point.
Yeah, they always are. I mean, they have a $1.2 billion payroll, so when you put that many guys on one team, they typically have a chance to succeed.
Have they exceeded the Yankee payroll at this point?
Oh, absolutely. With just one player, I'd assume.
Right.
Because
the Yankees have always been typically one of the highest payrolls in baseball. So early in the season, but some interesting storylines. You did mention the gambling thing. Ohtani's had some other bad press that's come with all of this.
Yeah, his interpreter got busted for like they say between $7 and $20 million of gambling debt. But I think it's just a cover-up. And did you see the picture leaked of him 2 or 3 years ago at a March Madness basket, like a BYU, and he had no business being at that game other than if you had $1 million on it.
Right. So, and the Dodgers have several other players too that they're trying to build a team that will be talked about 30 years from now at this point. So
Mookie Betts is off to an incredible start. He had a 5-hit game last week. I think he's leading the NL in batting average, and he's playing shortstop this year. He's played second base in the past. Played outfield for the Red Sox when he was on the Red Sox. So has played all in the outfield for the Dodgers. Played second base last year and has moved over to shortstop this year, which is incredible in its own right to be able to play that many positions. But yeah, they have some really generational talent over there.
Right. Last thing I wanted to talk to you real quick about, the Major League Baseball has made a number of changes to the game, which has made the game move a little quicker and mostly been positive for the fans. I don't think the players like it quite as much, but give me your thoughts on that. And let everybody know what happened because they may not know.
Yeah. So baseball has been notorious for having 4 or 5 hour games sometimes. So they implemented a pitch clock this year. It's 20 seconds after the pitcher catches the ball. They have 20 seconds to throw it to the plate. And some pitchers are finicky people. So sometimes they get up there, they have a certain routine.
So there's no longer this where they just forever sit on the mound.
Big drawn out. And then you can also only pick off, which is when you step off the mound and try to get the runner out that's running the bases. You can only do that twice. And if you try to do it the third time, you have to get them. So stolen bases are up. Game times are cut down tremendously. They're actually trying to implement it in high school. They tried to do it the first 3 or 4 games, and then they kind of backed away from it. But from what I'm hearing, next year, we're going to have a pitch clock on us as well in every game.
Interesting. But it will make the games, they said the games are now running about 2 hours.
About 2 hours as opposed to 3 hours, 45 minutes, 4 hours, depending on who's playing and who's pitching, of course. But
right. Some of those late games could go into 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. So that'll help, obviously, TV ratings, which is ultimately what pays for all of this.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of can block them in and get some more solidified advertisements and stuff like that in there, which is, what pays the bills.
Awesome. Well, if y'all are bored, check out ESPN and watch some Major League Baseball.
Absolutely.
America's pastime.
This week's feature vocabulary words are ponder, potent, and proceed. Ponder. Think about something carefully. Potent. Having great power, influence, or effect. Proceed. Come before something in time. Come before in order or position.
That's it for today's episode. Here at Horn Lake, we are better students, always growing and expecting more. Stay tuned for your lunch menus and athletic schedules. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a fantastic day.